Welcome back to Wario Land. We're starting the final passage, the Sapphire Passage.
This is where I started when I played
Oh,
Wario
really?
Land 4. Yeah, I went left first because
Oh, Ryan's gonna die.
Making a save
No, that's
state
just
is
me
a lot
creating.
more obvious on a Wii U, buddy.
It's more so I ended recording sessions after every passage, so.
It's like the only real disadvantage to playing games like this on system re-releases to actual emulators is that you can only have one save state at a time. And sometimes not even that. You can save as many save states as you want in Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. You just have to, wait for them to save because it's not as instantaneous as on a PC.
Is this the level with like that pirate guy who chases you?
Yes.
Aw, man.
I keep expecting a boo to jump out.
Nope.
Mario Brothers is over there.
It's funny though because they technically exist in the same universe, but totally different enemies.
Well, we're not
like,
expecting
where-
the Great Mighty Pooh to jump out of here anytime soon. Because that exists in the same universe, too.
Does
Yes, because
did not
Conker's
know
connected to Diddy Kong, which is connected to Donkey Kong, which is connected to Mario, which is connected to Wario.
Okay, I did not know that.
You're welcome.
That being said, the Great Mighty Pooh would be very appropriate for a Wario game.
Probably,
Yes, it would.
For Wario, it'd probably be a formative attack.
Yeah, this is the man who farts at people.
Yeah, but never quite shards. We're not there yet, and thank God.
Smash
Is there a
5.
difference between
Do
shart
not-
and shit?
Do not underestimate the power of the Wario fart. Remember the Brawl intro.
Yeah, but I don't want to play the game that has the Wario shard. Okay?
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that, but someday Nintendo's gonna do it anyway.
Like, that might bump their rating up to E10, and I mean, like, I don't know if they can handle that.
No, I think a shard's worth an M.
Okay. Let's not pretend that Nintendo is totally kid-friendly these days. They were totally on board with Team Ninja designing a character with Dead or Alive cleavage in Hyrule Warriors, so yeah.
Yeah, but cleavage is not the same as someone sharding their pants.
And besides,
Unless you can
Sia's
think of a
pretty
convincing-
Sia is pretty tame by Team Ninja standards, let's be real here.
Yeah, they did it
Until
in
there's
super
Hyrule
usual
Warriors
physics
Extreme
engine.
Beach, Extreme like Hylia of volleyball, I'm not seeing it.
No. The only thing that's missing is the jiggle. That's
No, she has some
Well,
literally
jiggle.
there's jiggle. You just gotta
Some.
go out of your way to do it.
some, but it's like they set the physics engine to subnatural setting for that one game, and Dead or Alive knows their jiggle physics engines because they make it customizable from game to game. Like I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure one of the earlier Dead or Alives had like 6 billion different jiggle intensity settings.
Dead or Alive 2 had an age setting, which we didn't know what it did at first, but it turns out the older you are, the more jiggle there is. So, if you want some high-flying, bouncing, gelatin tit action, you set your age to 99.
Ew.
Yeah, and
Because you're a perverted old fuck
Yeah, at some
who
point,
has
that's just
only
unhealthy.
months left to
You
live.
feel like they're gonna fall off, and like, I don't want that to happen. Like, that sounds
Well,
painful.
Dead or Alive 5 has 4 settings. It has off. You can have no jiggle at all, which honestly is a little more distracting than having jiggle in the first place. You can have a natural setting, which looks kind of tolerable, Then there's the DOA setting, which is lots and lots of jiggle. And then, if you beat a certain mode, you get the OMG setting. Guess what that does?
Cause them to constantly vibrate, or...
Basically,
I guess.
even the tiniest motion sends them flying.
Ah.
Yes. And here we are talking about jiggle in a game about a morbidly
And
fat
just
no,
before
no,
that-
no.
jumping
Here's the
around.
thing. Here's the thing. There's no here's the thing. Wario hasn't had a 3D game since Wario World. Since technically, if he were to come back in a 3D game, he would need jiggle physics, and nobody wants that.
perish the thought. You know what I'm more impressed with is that we managed to go off of a jiggle physics tangent from a sharding tangent. I mean, that's got to be a new standard for us, right?
I still don't know what the difference between sharding and shitting is. Nobody's telling me.
Sharding. All right, just to end this.
Sharding is loud.
Yeah, no, sharding is when you attempt to fart but end up shitting your pants.
Oh, that's it? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo made that joke at some point. Like, not if they, like, I don't think they'd show anything, but, like, Wario
And
trying
the
to fart
discussion
and then
goes
sheepishly
on.
walking off the stage, I can see that.
What did they talk about in Part 8 of Wario Land? Shart and jizzle physics. Jizzle
Oh,
physics.
God,
Oh,
no,
God!
nobody
What have
wants
I done? What have I done?
This part of
Okay,
BrainScratch
okay,
Bombs
let's-
is rated XXX. Please don't watch it if you're under the age of 97.
Okay, we still have 18 minutes of this part to salvage, so let's try to get on topic for a few seconds here. Just for a few seconds, though, to meet quota, so nobody fires us. What is the goal in this room? How do
Yeah,
you
what's
solve
Sapphire
this?
Passage? What can we
A
expect?
lot of
in Sapphire Passage.
nighttime haunted passages and a lot of puzzles.
Alright, well, slow down there, Ryan.
Okay,
Bringing the hooker and blowing out.
Hang on. Okay, the old man has goggles and a snorkel for underwater.
Yep.
Okay.
It's basically just
Guy
a
thinks of
kind of
everything.
thing, because you can't really do anything with the grandpa once he lands in the water. You gotta restart the room. So, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
I know
also,
that
d-
feel.
d-
It's like the, do I go down the passage, or do I get the gems? It's just like, you don't know what you're
Yeah, I
supposed
hate that feeling.
Alright, my question is, Pirate Ghost, what's he do? Also, does he have a
to...
name?
Basically nothing until you get to the end of the level, where you have Keezer. He'll take Keezer away, and you gotta go grab him back, and that's annoying.
Ah.
So
Son of a
once
bitch.
Ryan hits the frog statue, we'll see him more in action.
It's kind of one of those foreboding elements. You see him, he doesn't do anything. You're wondering why he's there. You know, it's kind of like the that standalone Yakuza mob member in The Simpsons.
What?
He's just standing there. You know he's gonna do something, and you know it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or in this case, you know it's gonna be fucking annoying.
Oh yeah, don't
Bat Wario
Oh, yeah.
can't hit light.
Yeah, I can't hit light.
I've
I
always
missed the
wanted to
gem
be a-
because I missed the gem because I went straight for the frog statue when I played this level. So
I've always
the way-
wanted to be a bat in a video game. That way, I can annoy the piss out of everyone.
Castlevania 3 is right up your alley, then, Lewis.
Well, you don't really transform into a bat to annoy the piss out of enemies. You do it to survive.
You do it to skip the game.
Yeah, as long as you got the hearts.
Oh god,
But,
he took Geezer. No.
Oh yeah, he did take Keezer. Ryan.
I think Wario. It's just Wario hasn't processed it yet.
Ryan.
Good, I hated that fucker
Past
anyway.
Ryan.
I have plenty of time, don't worry.
Oh yeah.
Paging Dr. Ryan. Dr. Ryan, you have a Keezer waiting for you.
Wait, Ryan has a doctorate in what?
I have a doctorate in kicking your ass.
That's kind of the opposite of what doctors do.
Yeah, isn't it?
Well, what if you have an ass condition and the way to check for it is kicking your ass?
That's kind of reaching a little bit. That's like Dr. Mario levels of.
You know, they gotta check for ass cancer. They gotta put your hand in your ass.
Now, with all the medical technology we have,
Never
with
go
all
to
the
med
medical
school.
technology we have, you think they'd have a better way of doing that?
God, you'd think they would program this stupid ghost to, stay in place and hesitate for a second after you get Keezer back. But no, he just hovers on top of Keezer until his recovery ends and he can pick it up again. Frickin' annoying, man.
And you got to put up with him in every
you are
single
sentient.
open room in this entire level. Oh, we stole him.
And Wario can't stop.
Oh, that's where the.
He
that's
did
where
get-
the. That's where
He
the
did get the
CD
disc, though. Totally worth it. Okay, now get back here, Keezer. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Right.
I don't need them. I can break the door down.
Keezer's the other way.
So So do you only
Well,
check to make sure you have them when you get to the
I
door?
guess. More like I didn't realize that the ghost stays there. I thought he would just constantly taunt you along the ceiling and stuff.
But for what I thought he was, the moment he steals keys, or he just goes straight up, but he sticks.
I thought that he
to like the top
I
of
could
the
have sworn
screen.
that he tries to head back to the beginning of the room to try to waste as much of your time as possible.
Fortunately, no. That would be really annoying, though. Because then you'd constantly just be backtracking every time he catches Keezer.
Well, that's kind of what it felt like when I played the game myself, actually.
Well, yeah, but only because you need to stop moving and go back a few feet to get to where he's currently standing. But he just sort of sits there and chuckles. Oh, Ryan
like
might
a
make
dick.
it through this one without losing Keezer. Woo!
Yep. I'm pretty sure the
Yeah.
end of the level's like right here, though, so he's kind of cutting it close. Like, usually I've got more
Plenty
than
of
a minute left
time.
on the clock when I get back, but...
Okay, that was a level. Certainly more interesting than Pinball Zone.
And over a lot fast. Well, actually, yeah, over a lot faster.
Well,
Are you
we
gonna
were
show
only
any
here
of what
for
the...
10 minutes. Oh,
Are you
jeez.
gonna show any of the sounds in the menu?
Nope.
Or no? Like, it's not music that you unlock. They're like weird things. You know what what they reminded me of was actually. Did you guys have the Game Boy camera?
One time.
Uh,
It was a very short time, but yes.
Yeah, like it reminded me of the level, like the little like the menus in that, like with the way that the pictures were and like the sounds. It was just very bizarre.
Oh, yeah. You know, my first thought when I saw this level was, oh, I'm thinking of something from Crash Bandicoot. Now I'm thinking of the Arabian levels from Crash Bandicoot Warped. Wonderful.
Yeah. I can see it.
The flying carpets in this level are annoying because you gotta jump to make them go up and then they kind
Yep.
of move around and.
Kind of
Is it any better than Bat Wario, honestly? Because that's one thing I kind of find a little awkward about Bat Wario is that you're not so much flying, but just jumping an infinite amount of times in air. It's kind of like a space jump in that regard.
Well, the thing about the flying carpet is that you can jump off of it and then land and have to wait for it to slowly float down. You don't really have to worry about that when you're Bat Wario.
Yeah, this is not actually a platforming gimmick that's unique to this level by any means, though, because other games have definitely used the slowly descending platform that you have to jump on multiple times to get to go up gimmick before in various incarnations. Something vaguely like it in Sonic CD, Wacky Workbench Zone, although it was more of a jump from one side of the platform to the other gizmo thing.
Well, the thing about it is that whenever in a game like this, especially in a game where you're supposed to explore, if they give me the ability to fly, I'm gonna check every single square inch of the level to make sure that I've got
Yeah.
everything.
No ceiling will go untouched.
You poor soul. You know my pain when I was playing as Tails and Knuckles now.
Yes, go into that
Oh,
door.
I mean- oh,
You need to.
Jump cut.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
See,
this
so
room.
you
You've
spent,
got to
like-
press the button to get the
Transformations.
different transformations
Yep.
to get Keezer.
Ah. Yeah, this game is a very puzzle-heavy game
Yep.
compared to Mario.
It's kind of weird too, because you don't expect a Wario game to be so puzzly. Like, for what it's worth, Wario World really it's a beat 'em up, which makes sense for that kind of character. But, like, yeah,
Honestly, I probably would have found Wario World more interesting if it had better puzzle elements, though.
probably like at least a little bit
Maybe.
more, because all of the puzzle. Because again, like Ryan skipped a lot of the stuff in that game, but all the puzzles were literally press the switch, backtrack to where the other color was, and get the treasure, and that's pretty much it. So it was a
Well,
pretty
yeah,
straightforward
you-
beat 'em up. other than that.
Yeah, you say it's a beat 'em up, and that makes sense. And yeah, it does make sense. It doesn't mean the beat 'em up itself was. And
No.
we got another jump cut. It doesn't mean the beat 'em up itself was well executed. And I felt personally that the beat 'em up mechanics were too bland for a game focused on being one. You know.
Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of what you get when you try to be a platformer and a puzzle game and a beat 'em up, is that unless if you manage to balance those things correctly, everything feels kind of shallow. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But my ideal Wario game, just from concept alone, would be just collecting a lot of shit, and you are doing that in this game. It's just, yeah, I agree that this really is a puzzle-heavy Wario game, and whether or not you like that is, up to debate. But my kind of ideal Wario game would be something that not only has a lot of, not a lot of, because I'm not much of that puzzle platformer, but if there was more of a focus on collecting stuff, because that's what Wario is. He's a greedy asshole. Something like New Super Mario Brothers 2, but with fleshed out level design.
Well, that's why when that game was first revealed, that you had the pictures of like Mario with all the gold, and then you see Wario kind of like crying in the middle, or like crying in the corner.
Well, I'm not going to say I don't like the puzzle elements, but I do think that toward the end, particularly, and I'm looking directly at the pachinko level here, the level design gets a little too high on the puzzle element, you know? It's like,
Well,
It's almost like a labyrinth, and this could be your first zone.
Yeah, my last zone was the Emerald Passage, which had all of the baby levels. So
oh, geez.
yeah, so that's but that's just the Mega Man thing in general, like the Mega Man level progression thing in general, which I've never been a fan of, is that you can pick something like Quickman Stage first in Mega Man 2 and be like owned, or God forbid Heat Man, with those fucking blocks. But I know we haven't done this game yet, but I like the way that Shovel Knight did it, where you have levels. Like that, like you have a group of 3 levels, and they're all around the same difficulty, and you can choose them in order. But they do have a set of easy levels, a set of hard levels, and a set of medium levels, and whatnot, and a set of end game levels, and so on. So I like that approach.
More like the later Mega Man games.
Sort of. It's a little bit more structured than like Mega Man 7, where you've got 4 robots and then 4 robots. But yeah, more like that. Yes.
Speaking of, I've had Shovel Knight on my computer since you gifted it to me, and I still haven't played it.
It's a good game. You should play it.
I've seen footage of it, and it looks like something that would interest me. It just hasn't hit my mood yet, you know?
What might
We should probably get to a commentary of it soon.
I want to wait until the gender swap mode comes out. But they are working on updates. Like, they're going to be free updates periodically, because of Kickstarter stretch goals. So that might be a good reason to jump in, like when they announce when they finish one of the other playable characters or something. Yeah. So
interesting.
I'm actually waiting until that DLC for Freedom Planet comes out before I decide to record it for BrainScratch too. So
there's DLC for Freedom.
Actually.
There's DLC for Freedom
Oh
Planet.
yeah, they're going to add a story mode for Mila, and they're going to add Torque as a playable character.
yeah,
Okay, well, I don't know what either of those. I don't know what either of those are. So.
Well, they're story characters, and I think there's also going to be something for. His name was Shade, I think, the leader of whatever band of thieves that Leela and not Leela, Lilac, and.
How different are all of the characters in Freedom Planet? Are they like as distinct as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, or?
I would say more. Because with your main character, Lilac, she has multi-directional air dash. You know, I kind of liken it to 3DS Sonic Boom Sonic, except when you air dash, you keep going rather than stopping on a dime at the end of the dash.
Yeah.
And you ricochet around like Rocket Knight when he uses his rocket pack. the Wildcat character. What's her name again? Carol has.
Carol, there you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
she has this one power up that you can pick up all over the level that you see no matter what character you're playing as. It's like a little gas thing. But when you pick it up as Carol, you get a motorcycle that can ride up walls and stuff. It's kind of fun, but also kind of difficult to manage. So I kind of see her as a harder character to beat the game as.
And they all share
And,
the same level design like Sonic 3, right?
Yes.
They have mostly the same levels, although I think every character has one level all to themselves. Like,
Yeah, Carol has the trap hideout. Mila has the
Aqua Tunnel.
the aqua tunnel.
Yeah, her
I-
very
I'm-
first level even.
I'm fine with that. You know, give each character a level to like really highlight their special abilities. Because it's
Yeah.
because like if there's one like because in order to do that in Sonic 3, Knuckles had to have like several Knuckles only zones. So yeah, I should
didn't
play that
actually
eventually.
I didn't actually intend this to turn into a Let's Plug Freedom Planet part, but yeah, Freedom Planet's good. Anybody listening to this should probably check out at least the demo, and
We'll get to it as soon as the DLC comes out, and hopefully when honestly, because I'm just to close this off, I'm kind of hoping they are able to get console versions out because I hear they're working on that now.
I'd rather
getting
play
it
it.
on the
I'd rather
PS
play it on like my Wii U than on a PC. Honestly, it's just
Well, yeah, I think the Wii U was part of it. I think PS4 as well. I hope they do that because honestly, the only thing that's kind of turning me off from it is I'm recording Freedom Planet and that graphical glitch that I brought up in my review happens, and suddenly I'm getting a seizure.
yeah,
And
it would be easier to record with the Hop-Hog, yes.
yeah.
because Fraps is a son of a bitch when it comes to space. Anyway. So anyway,
Big
water
gemstones.
level.
So Ryan, do you like muffins?
Yeah, I like muffins.
I like muffins too.
What kind of muffins
Do
are
you
we
like
talking about?
pancakes?
I like banana nut muffins. And I like pumpkin muffins.
I will say I like the look of this game, and it would probably be very fun for me to play if I ever got around to it. But it divides its time pretty evenly between things that take up so much time on screen that we run out of things on topic to talk about, and things that are pretty basic in terms of platformers, so there's not much to elaborate on.
Good, we got past Pinball Zone. We can do this.
Yeah.
So I'll ask again. Do you like muffins?
We did a commentary on Wario World. This is nothing.
Yeah, sure enough. And there we go.
That should just be the part title of this part. Do you like muffins?
So is that a compact disc or a GameCube disc?
Laserdisc.
It looks
Laser
it looks
jet.
like the hole in the middle is too big for it to be a full-size disc, so I'm going to guess GameCube disc.
Apparently, computers can
Making
run
Wario
GameCube
World the
discs.
bastard.
Like you can play Pikmin on the computer. Apparently, like I've never tried it
What,
out.
the Dolphin emulator?
No,
Is
not with the
Dolphin Wii
emulator.
only,
Like you
or
can
is
put
it-
the Pikmin disc into like a PC, and like if you do some stuff, you can like get it to run. Apparently,
Oh.
or at least did you know gaming picture said so. So like I don't know. I trust everything I read on the internet. Did you know, John, that you can grow your penis 7 inches by following 3 easy steps?
Put it down, Ted.
What? Oh.
It's not there anymore.